and actually going for the Rise instead for Faker. A lot of mid laners banned, prioritizing that, letting Owner's pick go to the second rotation.
Kind of crazy. I wonder what Owner's plan is going to be, as the Victor is being considered here for Calyx. But instead it's just going to be the Ahri, and that will be a pretty good 1-2 punch. Ahri Wukong has worked out relatively well in the past.
You know, you have the threat of like the Rise, you can also provide some of that poke, and the Gwen can get that on the flank. I also think it makes the Rakan really hard to play into. Nautilus is often picked up as the answer to Poppy instead. Out of all the engaged supports, his engage is limited the least by here, because if you throw the Q, even if, or even not opting into the fight with the Poppy ult,
stuff, but maybe just don't wear them when you're walking your way in.
Well, that could be better if you start to pull behind.
True. Could it though?
You know, if the team's losing, maybe you
got some aggression here as skirmishes laying some damage down towards Jiu as they do get themselves into this brush. As you can see, Jiu just really wants to get this wave into an okay position. The exhaust goes down, and this is what I was saying. Jiu, no ghost. Will need to flash. It was a decent flash direction, but he's still going to be in range of those scissors, and it's a solo kill for Doran. That's ever been a bad buy in the history of League of Legends. The equalizer is going to come on through here for Kingen, who's walking an odd direction. The needlework comes on through, and Doran...
Faker and Ona say, you know what? We'll take a free kill.
Yeah, they're going to look for it as Gideon wants to come on over, but unfortunately the monkey is a little too late as Lahenz's anchor was a little off. As Jiu, okay, let's see whether he can find this one as he does. Spell Shield, a decent amount of damage here. Gumayushi's ultimate not doing too much as the flash over the wall is going to come on through as Keria also going to get out of there. Thankfully had his flash back up and available again.
2v2s, whereas Jiu can just keep pumping damage.
Faker coming on over here as Gideon does smite, even though it was on 48 health. There's the exhaust down onto Calyx. Cyclone comes on through though as Doran. I know you're really strong, but you're not quite 1v3 strong. We've got Doran back in lane. Once again, we need a little bit less Doran and maybe a little bit more door walk.
He is in a lot of trouble.
Okay, this is feeling less legendary as he does get a phenomenal spell shield. Just probably not going to be enough as the ignite is ticking down. One last perhaps it's not a good move. Sneaky monkey comes out of the brush and they are all inside the circle.
They're going to apply some pressure here. Should be able to get this plate. And that's, oh, they actually might find him.
Yeah, Lahenz is coming down here as Faker can just walk into the Realm Warp, but he was right on top of Lahenz. Lahenz finds the ulti there as well, buys time for Jiu to make his way back, and Faker ain't flashing out of that one because Lahenz was already over the wall, and Jiu grabs himself his first kill of the game.
Doran looking for Jiu.
Oh, he cancelled it. As of course I think Doran probably would have been able to, and Jiu is well and truly dead yet again.
Say maybe if he'd gone...
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Owner taking a lot of damage here. Lahenz trying to hold on, but Keria just knocks Kingen up into the sky. Heroic charge comes down, and Doran threads the needle as best he can. Was Kingen trying to get something off the back end, but he's not going to be able to do so. Now Lahenz is in an awkward spot. Does get a max range dredge line. I don't know whether this will be getting him to safety. And yep. Okay. Faker and Gideon fighting one another. Here's a Cyclone. As once more, Jiu going to be able to find a really nice spell shield. Faker having to get himself out of the way here. And the flash follow comes through from Gideon.
The dive that came out from... We'll see how this happens. So they just walk up.
Let's make sense of it, shall we?
Okay, they walk up on Ona, kind of disrespected a little bit, and they get locked into the fight. They don't have the backing of their team, really, though.
I mean, it is just a 1v1 between Ona and Kingen that Ona then has to flash out of the way of, but Keria does manage to finally get on top of Kingen.
Yeah, and then here, this is one of these situations where, you know, you're winning so much on one side of the map, you could have just taken that advantage. And Faker wanted to go down and cover the bot wave, and ended up in a really unfortunate position. And then here, this ended up really unfortunate because the spell shield was really early, and then it was a mistimed charge.
No!
If it was a split second later, then Jiu was just dead.
Incredibly well.
Yeah, he is, you know.
Like, actually, he is doing incredibly well.
Oh.
Kingen having a little bit of a rough time here as the equalizer will go down just to clear out the wave, but my goodness, that's what it feels like.
Not even a Baron.
This is how you do it. Well, Lahenz is going to spot out what's going on here as Keeper's Verdict gets rid of the monkey, and now there is just nothing that Nongshim can really do. The equalizer comes on through. That is going to be the smite. locked down. Beautifully done here by T1 as there is a knock-up onto Doran. Flash out from Lehens, but the Needles are going to follow him. Now Calyx looking for his way forward. Does manage to get the charm onto Calyx here as the Realm Warp trying to get T1 out. Keria dives forward, wants to just buy some space and he'll get it. Calyx though, throws out the charm, gets some flashes, but not too much. That is only 4. That's just, it's not very, very good. As all right, bit of a dive here on this top side of the map as Faker could be in trouble, and by could be, I mean definitely is. Calyx tanking up this turret for way too long though, and Faker will just get back to clearing out this wave. So never you mind, they just didn't have the damage, didn't hit enough buttons, and the blue guy is going to be able to walk away.
And the ultimate.
Well, Gideon does come on over here and just gets blast coned back by Keria, who is just going about his business. They will find the Ahri as Lehen's also finding an awkward angle. That is going to be ulti spell shielded by Jiu really nicely against Keria as Realm Warp does get Faker completely out of there. Ona has to get away as well. He'll have to flash.
Control the top side, and once they lose control of top, they're never getting it back.
Well, that is going to be the Cyclone connecting onto Keria, but the anchor does not land. Second Cyclone is going to be enough to put down the Poppy. As now Calyx going forward will get knocked up by the flag and drag, but Gumayusi's in no man's land. He's just dead. And Nongshim getting 2 quick kills. Doran now dashing around here looking for Kingin.
Looks like they're resetting the Gwen, so I think they might just go for a steal. It's risky, but Ona is alive.
Yep, Faker seeing what he can do here. Hook is going to connect there as they're looking to distract Ona. The Cataclysm comes on through. Down he goes, and that is going to mean the Baron goes over to Nongshim as well. And I thought giving up that Drake wasn't going to work, but with the pick, oh my god, was it beautiful here from Nongshim.
Yeah, we'll see who gets caught on the exit though. Great charm will stop Faker, but I think Kingin might be...
Look at that pesky ward spotting him out as he's going to try and go for the empowered recall as Doran will take a bit of damage, but in the meantime he zoning.
Oh, Faker has Realm Warp. Should be able to get out.
Well, Lens knows exactly where he Realm Warps to by the looks of things, as he did manage to find it last time around, as now he's boosting on over. Does have the Cinders. Depth Charge going to be able to knock him up, and then he picks him up with the anchor. Another Cyclone is going to deliver Faker another death here, as 0-3-0 is unfortunately going to be on that scorecard of the map. They've done their homework, and that's what we like to see. As Jiu is just being bait right now, as Calyx, he's going to take it. The Chains of Corruption come down. It's a very early Zhonya's as Faker does get hooked, but maybe it's an overextension this time for Lehens. Doran goes in. I don't know about that as a Keeper's Verdict will knock the monkey away, and down goes the Sivir. T1 find their prize, and down goes Nongshim. Gideon just had to watch from the sidelines as he had to vacate via a gigantic hammer. And that is 3,500 kills for Faker.
He finds it now, Realm Warping the minions. Looks like they're going to try for the end on the back of that fight. T1, give them an inch, and they'll take a mile. It's only Gideon up to see if he can try and defend 1v5.
Yep, Gumayusi going to be tanking that turret, keeps these minions alive, and T1 continuing to push. I mean, it's a little bit dicey. Lehens is up in 2 seconds, but him and Lehens, I don't even know whether they're going to be able to stop this. First Nexus turret does go down. The second one is going to evaporate. There is so much damage. Gideon goes down. Lehens cannot stop it. And there goes the game in the blink of an eye. T1 just say, nah.